to the third. Best of 3. Think about that.
Through that.
So, no, we're gonna see. All right. In the bottom left, we have our Protoss player. 1 of 3. His ID rhymes with SKMC. I guess MC doesn't rhyme with MC.
Yeah, I was like,
I said 1 of 3. That I would say that rhymes with.
Oh, that's what you should have said.
Yes, that's what I should have said.
Yeah. That would have been really clever.
That would have been really good.
Everyone would be laughing.
But instead, everybody scratched their head like, I don't get that. Well, now you know. In the upper right, we have our young but deadly StarCraft II Terran player. How far will he get in this GSL? We're going to find out. He is Maru Pro. I'm so sad I messed up that rhyme.
Will he still be in Code S tomorrow? That rhymes with?
His name sort of rhymes with dime. Maru Prime.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess actually, no, actually, I think I messed that up too because that's his team that ends with dime.
Yeah, that's why I said tomorrow.
What else ends with Maru?
Nothing really.
Someone's like orange. I'm like, no, that's for door hinge.
That's too.
I actually don't think anything. Yeah, I guess door hinge. No, maybe door hinge.
It could be hyphenated.
It could be hyphenated.
I know you hate hyphenated words, but
hyphenated words piss me off.
I know they do. It's actually really weird.
I'm done with hyphenated words, man.
Yeah, I never see you hyphenate anything.
No. Who needs a hyphen?
I don't
you don't need one. It's like whom. You don't need the word whom in the English language.
To whom are you speaking about that, Tasteless?
To you.
Well,
that's
Tasteless.
who.
I feel like I want the word whom. I want as many options as possible.
You're one of those grammar douchebags.
No, I'm not. I'm terrible at grammar. But I want to have extra words to mess up. I want to be able to use whom wrong if I want.
Well, you're free to do that.
Like when someone says, shut up, Artus, I'm like, whom said that? And they're like, what?
Whom do you think you are?
What sound does a car that's out of gas make? Whom?
Oh. That was so depressing. Gomes now to start paying me in Zoloft. So bad. What other words are there like whom that just suck?
No, I don't know.
I can't think of them.
I like those types of words, so I don't know if you think other cool words suck. Like, do you think thou is unneeded?
Think what?
Thou?
No, thou is a cool word.
Yeah, man. So is whom. Whom art thou?
No, okay.
Who are thou?
Who art thou?
Whom art thou?
Actually, now I think about it whenever I've typed that.
Yeah.
Or no, I'll actually type that. No, that's what I say sometimes when I'm chatting to text my friends. How art thou? I don't even think, can you say whom art thou?
Of course you can.
I guess you can.
That's like what you say if you're like investigating who someone is and you're also like medieval.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on the weekends when I'm wearing my chainmail to the
wait a minute, I think
the Renaissance Fair.
Who art thou? Who art thou?
No, whom art thou, man?
We're gonna get so many tweets about this, and they're probably all gonna be wrong too, because nobody really knows.
Nobody knows.
There's somebody like some guy in an ivory tower somewhere.
Of this, and I'm like, no, you're not.
I read Chaucer all day. Okay, I don't care.
Were you alive in the Middle Ages? Oh, you weren't? Then how do you know what they said?
You don't know all the hip phrases they said back then.
No, man. There were people just like us that said stuff wrong.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that MC's actually going for a double gas expansion, and that's going to allow him to get like sick amounts of sentries. Oh my God!
Whoa!
And he's actually going to be able to scout.
Sentry didn't wear his contacts.
If he clicks on those 2 gases with that SCV, that's actually going to be pretty big. I mean, I'm really interested to see if he's going to realize what's going on here with the 2 gases, because I feel like we're going to see one of these, you know, maybe a 6-gate, like, Sentry Zealot bust on Maru, who's just going for pretty standard normal play, but he's getting really quick stim, which is good.
This is the annoying part about only having Sentries and Zealots is the SCV can actually run away from you.
Use force fields, drop it.
He has to use 3 force fields to catch it.
Those Sentries, man. All right, now
it would be so funny if he actually did burn all his force fields to try to catch the SCV.
Throwing up another gate, so... Oh, no, he does not want to do that. Wow, losing 2 Stalkers? That's actually really rough because he needs as many units as possible to actually make this little push at work. Looks like it's only going to be a 4-gate, but it's going to be very sentry heavy. And after losing those 2 stalkers, I actually wonder if he's going to do this because
I agree. You
2
can see
less units, like, is that really going to work? Because even if you had those 2 units, it's like, well, I mean, was that going to work anyways?
If you notice, he put the 4th gateway up there in the far left, so if Maru scans the center part of the main, he's going to see 3, and, you know, 3 is not necessarily like one of those magic numbers that triggers the gates. And as you can see,
so there's the 6 gate.
6 gates, but he puts the other 2 also somewhere else, so there's just a lower chance that it's going to be scanned and spotted exactly. There is also the possible chance that Maru has the perfect scan that's right over the Nexus.
Yeah.
I feel like MC is very distracted in this game.
Well, you know, losing those 2 stalkers was like a huge part of this, and now that Maru has that center and he sees this many units come, because you can't send just like 2 units across or his Marines will kill him. Yeah. So Maru's actually holding the center so well. And
do you think he should hide a pylon outside the Terran's base and go around the center?
I think that's what he's actually planning. The probe is trying to do that right now, and he just went through the vision of Maru.
Uh-oh. That
was sloppy. And Maru saw that because Maru's like 14 and he sees everything because he has so much energy because he's not old like us. So look at this. See, he's just going to take out. MC's like in terrible trouble right now, man. Everything has gone wrong for him this game, seriously. And in fact, I mean, look at this. He sees that many sentries. You see that many sentries? Watch this. He's about to throw down so many bunkers. And he has stem, and he's about to have medevacs. In fact,
I don't even know if MC can even transition out of this.
This is, well,
I can almost promise you that he's going to attack into it.
This is terribly bad news for MC. Is he going to attack into it? This is stubborn move.
He's making a pylon.
I can't see this working. What I can see is him losing most of his sentries and all of his energy, and then a counterattack killing him, though. I can see that, Tasteless.
He even has a factory over here to draw fire. Oh, wow. This is so bad. There's like 2 medevacs now.
Medevacs, stem. I mean,
don't do it,
if
MC.
If he actually attacks, I'm going to be so disappointed here. He needs to back up, and actually he realizes that. He's like, oh, okay, you actually do have that much. You know, it's pretty smart of him to at least check, because what if Maru's like actually just
salvage the bunker and doesn't have medevacs?
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, MC is going to have to rely on all these sentries to get something done, which is going to be hard because this many sentries becomes less and less useful through the game, especially with Twilight Tech. I feel like actually he should probably not be going Twilight Tech based on the ridiculous... but the thing is, he already has all the gates and all the units, so he's like, well, this fits better with Twilight, but this many sentries, once he gets charged, are going to be actually bad because he's going to lay down force fields thinking he should, as Protosses normally do, and then they're going to run into him, and...
1, 2, 3.
It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough. Well,
all right, so he's scanning here. And Maru might actually go for a little bit of a contain.
Well, yeah, Maru can't really do anything right now, but he is making his 3rd command center, so he can take his 3rd base, and it's going to take MC a little bit longer to take his 3rd, which is a good situation to be in against someone that's spent this much on sentries and done no damage with them.
All right, note the factory always with the army. So it's just a little bit harder when it comes to microwave. Oh, don't do that.
If he gets in there.
Okay, I see what he was going to do. He wanted to get the factory to absorb some fire, but then he actually saw that it's like
and
a dozen stalkers.
All right, so MC, let's see.
Maru has Ghost Academy now.
Maru has +1, and yeah, he's getting Ghost Academy. He's getting +1 armor. We have no upgrades for MC. I wonder if he's just going to do a 2-base attack with just a million billion units. No, it looks like he is going to take a 3rd. But he really needs some forges up. I'm getting a little bit nervous about him and his upgrades because Maru's going to have 2-1 coming up. He has them on the way at least, and we don't see a forge yet for MC. And, I mean, if you get 3 upgrades ahead as Terran against Protoss when they're trying to go for this style of army, you're just going to eat it, like almost no matter what. Mobius Reactor on the way from Maru. Maru plays so well. He is, God, is he good.
He's so clean. He's the new Zerg Bonjour?
He definitely is a clean Terran, man. It's like very, very good play.
I do not think that MC should be doing this.
Yeah, and well, he has a million force fields, so he can actually just tell that army to stay back. Not an issue. He doesn't even need to. All right, so MC pushing forward here, trying to see if he can get something done. Maru, I actually really like him running from here. That is a lot of units from MC.
His armor's also about to finish. You might as well wait until armor's done.
And not just that, he has Ghosts on the way with Mobius Reactor. So When he has those out, if he hits a couple EMPs on those sentries, I mean, this army, its value goes way down.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there might be force fields that are actually detrimental to the Zealots, but he needs to try to make them all really good.
Here we go. He's going to go for the third. Maru needs to engage here.
He can actually make force field walls for days against this.
All right, so he's going to blink up there. A lot of SCVs are going to go down, but the Stalkers are going to be separated here from the sentries here.
And, okay, those were actually nice force fields, and MC does blink down.
I think the army a lot of damage, though. Just too strong.
Yeah,
the upgrades
not enough Zealots for MC. So many sentries. Notice how they really didn't do that much. Still a ton of energy, and, I mean, a lot of them have died, but they haven't done much damage here.
All right, a lot of the sentries going down now. The Stalker. Yeah, see, this is just what happens when you have upgrades like this, guys. It doesn't matter how good MC is at trying to get in there. MC is still at 0-0. MC is essentially incomplete for what a Protoss player should have past the 15-minute marker.
You know, I wish that MC had stayed back. He made this army for an early attack. And what else is it good for other than the early attack? Well, it's good for defense because he can force field things off forever. He's going Colossus, and Colossus is so good with sentries. I wish that he had not just went and wasted every single sentry, but now he's going to fight this off with inferior units against 2-1 upgrades with 0-0. No sentries in there.
I think this is GG.
Yeah, this is going to kill his third base.
This is why upgrades are so important. Not just a blink upgrades and silly stuff like that. I'm talking about just attack and armor. You need to actually take care of your units so they're healthy in the late game. GG.
Gotta get him health care. All right, Maru crushing through MC there, really. MC with that 6-gate build, letting the pro be seen. Just a messy little mistake there. You know, he never had control of the middle. It's a messy mistake. Yeah. And then, I mean, the Marine at the Watchtower got to see all those sentries. He even let an SCV in early. And, you know, if I can look at it and be like, wow, you've mined a lot out of those gases, so can Maru. And if Maru looks at that and says, wow, you've mined a lot of those gases, that means you got both of those before your Nexus. Oh, I wonder if you're doing a 6-gate sentry bus. You know, he can get completely ready for that. And just that game went completely exactly opposite of how MC wanted.
That was a series of big mistakes by MC. And if you look at it carefully, it even started with the Stalker.
The first Stalker, the 2 Stalkers as well.
Yeah.
Losing those and then still going for the 6-gate. It's like, every unit counts.
And then, committing to the 6-gate, saying, well, you know, guess he knows I'm going 6-gate, but I might as well go all the way across the map, not tech. Not getting forges, not even one forge, to at least get armor or something. And, of course, you know, we do see more double forges now. Basically, Terran started out with a lead, kept the lead, and eventually there was just nothing Protoss could do. I am shocked that he actually attacked. Or MC did.
The attack was like...
It just does not matter, man.
Sentries are so good in the early and then so good in certain situations, but that many sentries... That's so much of his army value is actually caught up in these spellcasters that aren't going to do that much for you.
You can't retreat, too. I mean, the sentries can't actually run away.
You make a force
wall,
how slow
a sentry is when it's being hit by a Marauder? It's pretty bad, Artosis.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, and I think as you said, that's the most important part of your army. You can lose Zealots. That's actually fine. That's what they're there to... They're actually literally there to die.
Well, he should have gone into the defensive game and gotten just a better unit composition. He had the sentries to keep himself
sit
alive.
On 3 base for a while, chrono boost out, you know, 1-1, then 2-2, then 3-3, but I don't know. MC, I think he got distracted at the start and wasn't able to follow through with anything, really, that game. So MC at risk of being knocked out now. Maru, 1 best-of-3 away from possibly getting out of this group.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to have a PvP. We're going to have a lot of PvPs here today at the GSL Codes, so stay tuned.